Welcome back everybody to the channel. It's me, Alejandro Mendoza, or the Nerd Chicano. Either way how you say it, it's all good here. And we're back again for another video as we look at another film in my collection. And happy 2024 to everybody, as we are now in a new year, and I'm so happy that we were able to have a great 2023 here on the channel. And of course, today we're going to be starting off with the first review of 2024 as we look at Michael Curtis's Casablanca on 4K Ultra HD. Of course, I hope that this video finds you all well, happy, healthy, watching some movies, and getting through your collection. I hope you all had a great 2023. I hope you had a great holiday season. Now we're back here on the channel, and we're here together to talk about some movies again for another year full of reviews and physical media content. So if you're new here and you want to start off 2024 correctly, you want to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss a single piece of content that drops on the channel, and leave a like on this video as well. All of that helps me out so much, y'all, and I appreciate all the love and support and all the comments as well. If you want to leave an extra helping hand, you can go over to www.patreon.com/thenerdchicano, where you can go ahead and get exclusives like early access to videos just like the one you're watching right now, along with cool stuff like video essays and other goodies that I have available over there. Of course, it is not mandatory, but it is appreciated. It's an optional thing, but if you want to go ahead and help out over there, you can. If you can't, and you just want to watch the videos, you want to leave a like, you want to subscribe and all those things, then that is fine. I'm just thankful that you all watch these videos and you guys interact with me so we can talk in the comments and all that. But of course, enough of that. Let's go ahead and look at Casablanca on 4K Ultra HD. So let me go ahead and try to read this here, but I'm gonna try my best, alright? Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman light up the screen in one of the most enduring romances in movie history. At his Monacan nightclub, cynic Rick Blaine, played by Bogart, turns a blind eye to the mystery of World War II until his former lover, Ilsa Lund, played by Bergman, walks through the door, forcing Rick to choose between a life with the woman he loves or becoming the hero she needs. And of course, included in this is an introduction by Lauren Bacall, two separate commentaries, one with Robert Ebel and film historian Ruby Belmer. And on the Blu Ray, you also get Michael Curtis, the greatest director you never heard of, Casablanca, an unlikely classic, Warner Night at the Movies, great performances, Bacall on Bogart. You Must Remember This, a tribute to Casablanca. As time goes by, the children remember. Deleted scenes, outtakes, cartoons, audio-only scoring stage sessions. November 1947, Vox Pop radio broadcast, theatrical trailers, and more. And of course, included in this is HDR10. For HDR, you have a native 4K 2160p. And of course, the audio, you have a DTS HD Master Audio 2.0 mono track. You have a French Dolby Digital mono track, a German Dolby Digital mono track. It looks like you have that for all the other different languages here, from Italian, Spanish, Polish, Japanese, Hungarian, Mandarin, and Czech. But of course, it is a 4K and Blu Ray, and I have a digital code. But let's go ahead and look at this packaging here. So this is the front. I really like this slip. So this is the back. This is the spine. And then the other spine looks the same as well. But pretty cool slip cover. You're just going to take it apart. And you have the same art right there. Right there. And right there. I wish we had reversible, but I really like this art that they selected, and I'm gonna go ahead and move this. Well, I already redeemed my code, but there you have the Blu-ray and the 4K discs right there. But that's pretty simple. That's the packaging for Casablanca on 4K Ultra HD. So last year was the first time that I ever completely watched Casablanca, and it actually made its way into my top 20 first watches of 2023 that you can check out on my Instagram, the Nerd Chicano. And I've got to say, to finally finish watching this movie, like completely watch this movie, because before I had only seen clips, I've seen the really famous scenes, I've only seen a little bit of the movie, but now that I finally finished this movie, I have to say, This is one of the greatest screenplays to ever be written. The film is so easy to follow. You have two great performances that are just well paired together with their great chemistry with Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman. And I really like this, this internal and external fight for Bogart to either choose to be with this woman that he obviously really loves, or to become the hero that the people need, because they're in the midst of World War II. And I have to say, this is a really good movie. I really like the way that they shoot this movie too. Looks fantastic. I really love the interior scenes. All the stuff inside of the bar is fantastic. And then, of course, who can forget about that incredible final shot? I mean, it's one of the most iconic final shots in all of cinema. It's so beautifully constructed. And this film is just crafted to excellence by Michael Curtis. I think it's a great movie. I think that there's a lot going on here, romantic-wise, but also a lot being said about the United States at the time during World War II, and how much, devotion was to the country compared to, devotion to the people around you and your loved ones, where it was more seen as like that was something that was mixed together, where devotion to your family is a devotion to your country. So I found that to be an interesting theme of Casablanca. And just overall, I really like this movie. I thought that the score was incredible too. And I think that it's just one of those films that its script is really the most charming part of it. I mean, such beautifully written dialogue here. It's very witty. It's also very of the time, but it's just the way that the film follows itself and the way that it's paced is just an incredibly detailed script that should be studied for ages and ages to go. Now let's talk about the transfer. So I watched Casablanca on my Panasonic 4K player on my TCL 4K TV, and the audio was played out straight from the TV speakers. And I have to say, I really enjoyed the way that this looks on my TV. Now, I'm not going to say this is the sharpest looking movie, and I'm not going to say that it's like the greatest, use of HDR, because let's be honest, it's going to make it look a lot darker if you have something like Dolby Vision, but HDR10 really complements it well. It actually boosts up what the resolution is bringing out of it. And I remember this movie looking really grainy at times when I watched it before, and they cleaned up a good amount of that grain, but they still kept a good amount of it in there, so that way it feels like a movie from 1942. And once again, y'all, this is what I love. I love when we get 4Ks of these films from the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, because I think that these are the movies that use 4K the best, because they're shot on film and they already have a really detailed look to them, because film stock is such a detailed medium. So when you transfer this and when you get this, on 4K, it's going to look really good. And that's the thing that I really took away from Casablanca, is that the resolution looks really good, and the HDR really helps with that definition and with bringing out those details like the grain and the contrast and the black and white levels. The audio is really good too. I didn't really have any problems with it. I thought it was crisp. I thought it was really clean. I didn't think that it was scratchy. I didn't think that there was anything that was a big deterrent to the disc. I think that the audio is really good. I wish I could listen to it on a proper audio setup so I could study that audio a little bit more. But for what I was able to hear and what is coming out of my TV speakers, I really enjoyed the audio. Everything sounds balanced, and honestly, at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for. When you can properly hear the dialogue, the score, and the other things going on in the background, then that's when you have a good audio track. And I think that Casablanca's audio track is that. It's balanced, and it sounds really good. It doesn't sound like how I used to listen to it back in the day when I was watching the movie, like back in my undergrad, and I was listening to clips where you could hear like the popping and the scratching. Whereas in this disc, it's just fantastic. It sounds good. It looks good. It's a great movie, and it has a lot of special features. I did watch the introduction from Rudy, no, not Rudy, I'm sorry, from Lauren Bacall, and I really liked it. I thought it was a really interesting way to introduce the film, and I really do want to go ahead and look into more of these special features. But I have to say, I got this for about $9.99 during Black Friday, and I have to say it's just so worth it. Great movie, and I can't wait to rewatch this and just keep looking at this incredible detailed film with a great script and some great performances by Ingrid Bergman and Humphrey Bogart. To keep up to date with me on all things social media, make sure you follow me at The Nerd Chicano on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Letterboxd, Serialized, and on Twitch. I'm the same handle on all of those, so let's go ahead and follow each other, and let's go ahead and talk about some movies all this year of 2024. This 2024, you also want to go ahead and check out the Nerd Core. We're going to be doing a lot of great stuff over there. We're already kicking off with some really good podcasts, and we're talking about our favorite films of 2023 and all that wonderful stuff by checking out our website, nerdcore.com. Twitter is the Nerdcore _, Instagram is the Nerdcore, and Twitch, YouTube, and Kick is at the Nerdcore. We're the same handle on all of those 3 platforms, so you can't miss us. Check us out on all those. We could really use your support. And of course, that's it, my friends. We'll see each other again for another review, but for now, I hope you all had a great time. I hope you all had a great start to the year. And of course, to my wonderful cinephiles and renowned scholars, celebrate the love of cinema today, tomorrow, and every day after. Catch you all in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.